Okay, what's up, guys? Back with another episode of Unlocking Your Inner Strength. 3 keys to transform your mind set, which I'll go over here in a second. We had a great week down in LBI. Devin had never really done the beach, the Jersey Shore, I should say, for a whole week. We did that as kids growing up. We loved it. And I haven't done it for a full week in a long time either then. But we had a great time with the kids. My brother Shane and his wife Jess and their kids and one of his college buddies, Alex. We're staying at a house a couple miles away. We rented Shane's house, and my parents lived down that way. So it was just great, man. I got to meet up with one of my really good buddies from childhood who I'll see in a couple weeks down there again. So my days were typically I'd wake up, work on myself, mindset, reading, breathing, that type of stuff. Devin would usually go for a run. And then I would work out. So we didn't miss. I did not miss. And that's key when you go on vacation. That's key. You can go off your plan as far as eating and all that. But you always got to go back to, does this make me feel better or worse? Sometimes it might make you feel better psychologically, that's fine. But I do believe, as the years have gone by, that a key thing when you travel is to work out consistently and constantly. Don't miss. You miss, you make it that much harder on yourself when you come back. And I don't want to hear that your body needs a rest. Your body is capable of incredible things and feats. You don't need a rest. Do something every day, even if it's a walk. If you're at the beach, walk on the beach. So we did that. Had my feast every night, so still fast nowadays when I'm on vacation. I give myself the freedom if I want to have a lunch. When we were in Jamaica in May, I only had lunch 2 out of the 6 or 7 days, which was stupid for us to stay at all-inclusive because we don't really drink that much and only eat the feast. So we won't be staying at all-inclusive again. Doesn't make sense. But yeah, came back refreshed, rejuvenated. I was really happy to be in the ocean with Braxton and Colty and Emma. I love the beach. I could sit in the water all day. So I grew up going to the beach. And now this was the first year where all 3 of them were comfortable in the water. And what's up, Brian? Thanks for tuning in, buddy. They were in the water, we're playing in the waves. Braxton was boogie boarding. They were just crushing it, having a good time. Got a lot of sunshine, a lot of just good times. So the Russian athletes, guys, way back in the day. I'm back, Ryan. I'm back from vacation, buddy. The Russian athletes back in the day. So they were always ahead of the curve when it came to sports science. And when they were getting overtrained, right, when the people thought they were getting overtrained, because these were like high-level elite athletes that were just being put through the ringer constantly. So instead of using any fancy technology, they went to some ancient technology, as I call it. And that technology was tapping into nature. So they would take these athletes, drop them off at the beach, say, okay, take your shoes off, and now you're going to walk for 4 hours. We'll meet you back here in 4 hours. So they didn't have all these distractions or anything like that, right? They got to feel the sand on their feet. They would, yes, they did, Alex. They would listen to the ocean, just being outside. So they would come back and be completely rejuvenated, right? Yes, grounding, certainly. But they'd come back and be rejuvenated just by being out there. So it's very therapeutic, I believe, to be near the water, be near the ocean, be in the ocean. Like, I love that cold, chilly water, the salt water. It's just good for you. It's good for you. It's a great vacation, guys. One of my clients, Jason, came out from California. His daughter had a soccer tournament, so he spent the day with us. We shot some footage for the Panda Man documentary, which is going to be awesome. I think you guys are going to love it. Really cool. So let's get into 3 keys. I'm going to give you a bonus at the end to transform your mindset. First one is prayer of some sort. If you are going about this rock hurtling through space and you believe you're all alone, it's going to be a hard existence. So whatever you believe about God, I'm a big believer in God. But if you don't believe in Him, but certain people do, usually the people that do are going to act with better principles. They're going to act with more morals. So the very thought of a God leads to better behavior. So it's a super important thing. But pray. Pray when you need help. Pray for stuff that you want and desire in your life. Pray for the path to be shown for you. Remember, the process of creation is your thoughts, your words, and your actions. Thoughts, words, and actions. So prayer is a form of thought and words. Sometimes pray out loud is the most powerful. Now, I pray before every time I eat. And I told a story like 2 weeks ago. We went to my buddy's house, and at dinner I prayed beforehand. And I did it silently. Sometimes I'll do it out loud with the family. I do it out loud if it's in company where with my friends that like to pray. Then we pray out loud at dinner, at the feast, I should say. But it transforms your mind to one of gratitude. Right? God already knows what you're thinking. So why not have a communication with Him in a conversation? So prayer is a way to transform your mind. Second thing I have here is plan. How often do you take to just think and plan out your life? Put pen to paper. How often? I bet you it's not even once a week. But how are you going to construct the dream of your life if you're not planning for it? If you're going to build a house, guess what? You got to have plans first. You got to have a plan. You got to have a blueprint. Right? So it's the same thing with your life. Take time, take weekly time to think. That's the most productive thing you can do as a human being. Think. People used to get chastised and whatnot for daydreaming. Well, how do you know that person wasn't developing philosophy, putting into words a philosophy that could impact and have a transformative effect on the face of the earth? Because they were daydreaming. So think. But I'm talking about putting pen to paper, jot out some questions, and think. Plan. Plan out your life. A lot of times the mind gets stuck in freeze mode because we don't know what to do next. We know we want to get here, but what's the plan to get there? What is the very next step? That's what I do with the mind mapping. So you got to take time to plan. Super important, guys. Third thing to transform your mind is visualize. Your brain will actually form 3D holographic images in the brain when you visualize. And your brain can't tell the difference between if you actually achieved something or did something or you imagined it. So what are the implications of that? And you got it, Alex. Too many are too distracted and anxious to see the big picture. They really are. Right? Everybody's caught in a rat race. So in the rat race, you just go, go, go. You're running on that wheel. Say, where are you going? There's more to life than simply increasing the speed of it. You don't need to always want more. You should want to grow as an individual. That's different than what the rat race that people fall victim to, though. And I think it's great to have money and a lot of money and to be able to buy what you want and take trips. I truly believe that's a blessing and that's a great thing. God wants us all to be wealthy. But you don't need that stuff to be happy. So you start visualizing, guys. The power of visualization is incredible. But it has to be done just like the other stuff, consistently. So visualization, it'll work if you just dabble in it here and there. But if you are consistently doing it every single day, try to set it at the same time, because now you have a ritual around it. And see it in the first person. Walk into that movie theater. Buy the ticket for your life. Find a seat, sit down. And then boom. So I have my eyes closed as I'm doing that, because that's what I do with visualization. I walk people through that. When you do that, you sit there. When you're sitting there on the screen, you run through a memory or a scene that has already happened in your life, a real true memory that you feel great about, and run it through. Get the detail. Be in that moment. Try to be first person. For me, a lot of times it has to do with the birth of a child, or something from when I was, playing competitive sports and achieving at a high level. And then after a few minutes, the screen goes blank, and now you project up there the future thing that you desire, that you're planning for your life. That's visualization. That is theater of the mind, as was taught to me. This is something I started studying back in high school, guys, but it works. So you pray, and pray could be a form of, or visualization could be a form of prayer, and vice versa. They're tied together. Planning, right? And you can visualize your plan. You can plan to visualize. These things are all connected. But this is a key. This is a key thing. Right? And thank you for the kind words, Alex. It's a key thing. Prayer, plan, visualize. Now here's the bonus one to transform your mind. Challenge yourself physically. Now, you're probably not surprised that I'm saying that. But I truly believe, I was just on a coaching call and we were talking about that, right? So this client is going to become a minister, a pastor. And I went back to her and said, okay, but we cannot forget the body is the temple. This is how you access the brain. And the brain is really how you access the spirit. The spirit is within the brain and the body. But you got to challenge yourself physically, because that point when you want to give up and you're fatigued over here, right? And you try to get over to here. So you've gone beyond that. I can only do 10. All of a sudden you do 15. That, boom, the brain explodes. We get new neural pathways. Our self-belief comes up. You change your state. So that point in the workout, guys, and whatever that is, it could be relative to you. That point in the workout is when most people give up. But that discomfort, that challenging part of the workout is what you were after. Don't stop that. That's what you were chasing. That's why you stepped foot into that gym or into that arena or onto that track or that trail. It was to get that feeling, to put yourself up against that feeling and feel it. And see what happens when you do feel it. When I did the Army Ranger Challenge a month ago, YouTube should hopefully be coming out early next week with that. When I finished it, I started crying. I cried for like 30 seconds. It was tears of joy. It was the spirit. You know, it was it was something cool. So those are your 4 things, guys. I gave you 3 plus a bonus. How to transform your mind. Now, I promise you guys, if you do this for 30 straight days, you do all of these, not just one of them, and not just one of them for 2 minutes. 2 minutes is better than nothing, but do all of these every day. Pray, plan, even if it's 10 minutes a day. Think and plan. Visualize at least 10 minutes a day. I'm going to go do my meditation. I'm getting back on with that now, right after this. I'll pray first, then I'll visualize on the back end of it. So leverage everything you do. And then the physical workouts, not every day you're going to have to go run a marathon, but like when I was doing my coaching call before, I walked up and down the hill for an hour and I broke a sweat. I did backwards walking this morning, right? So I move every day. That's great at changing your state, but pick out a day a week or whatever, or a day a month where you really truly push it to the max and see what you are made of. If you need a challenging workout, I'm sure I can give you some ideas. Maybe I'll make that an episode. The most challenging workouts I could come up with. But tap into this stuff, guys. Currently in a 4-day fast, started last night. Going to take that into my birthday, which is Thursday. Sunday night to Thursday night. I haven't done a 4-day since Indigo, I believe, back in the fall, which is coming up again. And the plan then, right, is a dry fast right now. I'll break the dry fast tomorrow morning. And then I will carry on 2 more days. Actually, 3 more days of fasting. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'll break it Thursday night. And Wednesday night, just to give you guys an idea how I bring my birthday in, it's an initiation. I really look at it as that. Wednesday night, I will do a psychedelic trip, something I got into a few years ago. And I'll kind of sit out near the fireplace by myself and just see what inspirations come to me and what ideas. And then Thursday morning, while I'm still in the fast, I'll be doing a 1 mile barbarian walk, which is brutal. But I'll be doing that in a 4-day fast. So that's what I got for my birthday week. And that Thursday, during the day, we'll probably spend at the country club we joined, the community pool. And we'll have a nice Mexican Thursday night. Friday night, we got a date night at the country club. So that's going to be fun. So fun birthday week. Bringing in the big 4-2. Just entering your prime, guys. Thank you guys for the support. If you're listening here, please leave a comment so I know you're listening and you're applying. Hit the like, share it with somebody. If you can, please go to iTunes and leave a review on my podcast, Unlocking Your Inner Strength. Should be some new artwork coming out for that soon. Appreciate all you guys. If you need help beyond that, if you need coaching options, you want to have a discussion, just shoot me a DM. Glad to get back to you guys. Time to go meditate. Later, guys.